Hello students, welcome to SourceFood learning session. SourceFood, one of the leading names, helps the students in their life goals through schooling, sports and life skills. Here is the subject science for the grade 4 and the chapter food and health. In our earlier class we have discussed about what is health, food and types of food and a balanced diet. Hope you all understood the topic, and we have discussed about different types of nutrients like carbohydrates, fat, protein, vitamins, and minerals, including fiber, and also the balanced diet, which contains the right amount of carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins, and minerals, which helps in the proper growth and functioning of our body and makes us healthy. And now let us discuss about digestion. What does digestion mean? Digestion is a process where the food we eat is converted into simpler substances that are easy to absorb by the body and which absorbs the nutrition which is present in our food we eat. Our body uses the nutrients present in the body. The process by which substances in the food are broken down into simpler substances is called digestion. The food we eat should be converted into simpler substances are then used by our body, and the nutrients present in the food. Which are the organs that help in the process of digestion? Let me see one by one about the human digestive system. The organs which help are the mouth, food pipe, stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, and large intestine too. The digestion begins in the mouth and ends in the small intestine. Here is about mouth, food pipe, liver, stomach, and pancreas, small intestine, and large intestine, and anus. The food we eat, we take through our mouth. When it enters the mouth, our teeth helps in chewing the food into the smaller substances, where the saliva produced from the salivary glands in our mouth help the food to become smooth and like a paste, which helps in the process of proper digestion. The digestive juice which begins the digestion of carbohydrates in our mouth itself. It breaks down the carbohydrates present in our food into a simpler substances like sugars. And then our tongue helps the food to pass through the pipe in our neck, which to food pipe, which is also known as esophagus, which is of 25 centimeters in an adult. The food pipe has a strong muscles which helps the food to pass through the food pipe and pass it into the stomach. Here in the entrance of the stomach, we will find a valve which helps the food to not to re-enter the food pipe when it reaches once the stomach. Hence, the stomach is of J shape. Food remains in the stomach for few hours. Food works like a blender. What does the blender do? It does the food into a smooth paste, same as it is the stomach does. And in stomach, many acidic fluids like hydrochloric acid are formed, which help in breaking down the food into fine paste. These acids kills any germs that present in our food we take. And the glucose in the food is directly absorbed into the blood through the walls in the stomach. Food stays nearly for 3 to 4 hours in the stomach. And the next we can see about liver, which is also having a gallbladder, and it produces a thick fluid called bile juice, which is helpful in digestion process, and that bile juice is filled in the gallbladder. Liver helps in cleaning the blood and take out the waste from the blood. This bile juice helps the food into breaking, and the fat contents are broken up in the food we eat. And let's see about pancreas. Here we can find pancreas produces insulin, which controls sugar level in the blood. Which controls the sugar level? The insulin produced by the pancreas. If the pancreas does not produce insulin, we may get 10 to diseases. And after pancreas and liver produces the digestion juices, it will help the food to digest better and then pass it to the small intestine. The small intestine is of 7 meter long, and it is a long and narrow tube where the digestion juices from the liver and pancreas mix with the food. These digestive juices digest carbohydrates, proteins, and fats present in the body, and the digestion of food is completed in the small intestine. And the walls in the small intestine absorbs the food like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins and pass it to the blood stream. Useful substances from this digested food enters to the blood vessels in the small intestine. The blood transports these useful substances to all over our body. Blood supplies the food digested to every part of the body, and then the remaining food is passed to the large intestine. This is the long white tube which is of 1.5 meter long around the small intestine. In this, it will end the process of digestion. The undigested food enters to the large intestine. Excess water and salts are absorbed from that food in the large intestine. The walls in the large intestine are smooth and they produce a slimy mucus like juice which help the waste feces to slide along the large intestine. The remaining food waste we call it as feces, which is passed through the large intestine with the help of the mucus produced in the large intestine walls. And this undigested food is passed to the rectum. Rectum is the place where the undigested food is collected, and when it fills, we feel a need of secretion, that is going to toilet. This rectum is of 12 centimeters. And here is the end of the digestion process, where the remaining which is filled in the rectum, we call it as feces. The remaining waste, it is thrown out of the body through the anus in the form of feces. The last part of the large intestine through which feces pass out is called as anus. Here is the process of digestion, where our food passes from the mouth and till the waste thrown out from the anus, which helps our body for proper digestion with the help of some of the digestion juices produced in various parts of the body. And next topic is proper cooking practices. The food we eat must be cooked properly. If we don't follow the proper method of cooking, the food we eat is a waste of having waste. Improper cooking methods destroys the nutrients. If we overcook or undercook some of the food items, it may loses the nutrients from it. Like we can see the example, vitamin C is destroyed in high temperatures. We find vitamin C in some of the food items like tomato, lemon. All these, if we cook once, the vitamin C content in it will be destroyed. Hence, we can have some of the food items like carrot, cucumber, tomato, lemon, etc. Having vitamin C, we can have in raw only. When rices and pulses are boiled in the water, the nutrients are mixed with the water. We use actually water to boil pulses and vegetables, where the nutrients are mixed with the water. Hence, we must not throw that water which we use for boiling vegetables and pulses. And freshly cooked food do not have any germs. So, we should practice the cooking habits. Germs are very small organisms that can make us sick. Cooking kills that germs and make the food safe to eat. If the cooked food left unused for few hours in a warm place, it becomes stale. What is stale? The food which is unused for few hours and left it in the warm place. After some times it becomes the stale, that we cannot use it. Stale food has germs growing in it and therefore it makes us sick. Hence we should cook for a little and have it in the proper time without leaving them for more timing. And the next topic is preserving of food. Food spoils when it is not stored properly. Some of the items we can preserve and have it after few days also. Like dry fruits, we can store in a clean and dry containers, which helps in better use in the future. And some of the watery food items, we can store it in the refrigerator, like fruits, vegetables, some of the pulses. These we can use the refrigerator for preserving these food items. To prevent food from spoiling, it need to be preserved. Yes, if we preserve them, the food will not be spoiled. We can have many different ways in preserving food, like many kind of fish, vegetables and fruits are dried in sunlight and stored. And the food items, some of the food items we preserve using sugar, salt and vinegar. We can find preserving mangoes using salt, that we prepare pickles using vinegar, salt. Like that we can store some of the food items and fruits also. Pulp of some ripened fruits are preserved in high amount of sugar, where pulp of some fruits we preserve using the right amount of sugar. And pickles are preserved using salt, vinegar and oil. We can preserve some jams using the sugar. We can find in the market they use many chemicals to preserve some of the food items like vegetables, fruits, some kind of pulses, grams. They use chemical products which are very harmful for our body. Hence we can use the traditional method of preserving and should not destroy the nutrients from it. And this is the topic from the lesson food and health we discussed still now. Now let's see some of the good food habits. Drink water when you wake up early in the morning. Drink at least 6 glasses of water every day. Always wash your hands before and after eating. Eat all kind of food and not just what you like. Eat fiber-rich fruits regularly. Eat dry foods, sweets, ice creams occasionally and avoid soft drinks. Do not overeat. Eat your breakfast, lunch and dinner at a proper times. And this is all about that lesson, food and health. And let's we stop for the day. Thank you.